Yes, all of this. And if you want to hear more about it, let's get started. Today, we are going to be doing a whole haul of my resource preparation. I'm basically fully completed with preparing for school year of 2020-2021. Zoe's going to be in 2nd grade. I'm so excited. And today I wanted to take some time with you guys and show what resources we have been collecting to prepare, as well as just ones we've already had, my review on them a little bit, and also like what I think you would love to have in your library and resources for your kids. So the first one is going to be The Lost Art of Reading Nature's Sign. This book is so fun. And it actually reminds me, when I first got it, I was like, this reminds me of my husband. He was a Boy Scout, he was an Eagle Scout, and this is totally his realm. So when he saw this, he kind of took it from me for a little bit. And I was like, I kind of need this back to prepare for the school year. And it's a great book for those who are love nature, want to get involved in doing nature with their children. I encourage it. We started last year doing nature walks every month. I try to do them every week, but depending on the work schedules and things like that, it's always been depending on our schedules and what we're learning for that week. Nature walks will take some time. We'll pack a bag, we'll fill up our little art backpacks and put our nature journals in it, and we'll go out and just explore. And we'll find a national park and we'll drive out there and we'll just spend the day. And so this book is like your handy dandy resource for that. This is use outdoor clues to find your way to predict the weather, locate water, and track animals, and other forgotten skills. And I just love this. It like goes all the way down to bark on a tree, or the rocks, the plants, the things that are growing, and you get to explore. There's different clues. It's teaching you. And so this is a super fun resource book. I'm excited for us to do this. It was it has about 74 photos in it, so it's more for you to read to your child, and show them the pictures and kind of create a study out of it if you want to. But this would be it's a great resource for when you're going on those nature walks and you want to explore something new. The next one, that's like the Holy Grail. This is the Julia Rothman collection, and I bought this last year, and I am so glad I did. So this is just the first 3 books, and this is Nature Anatomy, Food Anatomy, and Farm Anatomy. They also have an Ocean Anatomy one as well. She's one amazing illustrator. I will give her that. And these are great resource books. So I'm going to kind of run through these with you really quickly. So the first one I have here is Nature Anatomy, and the curious parts and pieces of nature's world. It's all done in my favorite medium, watercolor. And it is a great tool to give some extra visual aid and information for your child if you guys are doing more of an unschooling unit study style. I am doing that kind of going into the year. I'm going to leave that for that video so you guys can watch all the things that we're going to be doing for the new school year. But for us, this is a great one. So when we decided to study the sun, when we decided to study the bees, Nature Anatomy, great resources, great pictures, gives a little bit of information, but it's mostly just these beautiful, like, even if you didn't have kids and you weren't homeschooling and you just love this kind of, like, really, these are beautiful, right? So that's the Nature Anatomy. Then there's Food Anatomy, which we love some food around here. And this one's great. Teaches you how to bake bread, teaches you about different oats and different types, the way soda is made, the way we make our eggs, different types of fish, the different types of seafood cookery tools. Like, it is jam-packed with great little resource information. The last one is going to be the Farm Anatomy. This one has been really fun. If you're deciding that you want to start your own farm, or you already have one, but you want a resource tool to kind of go along with that as you're teaching your kids about farm animals, this is a great resource as well. Goes from like buckwheat to the different types of cows and See, like, there we go. I said cows and it's right there. This is such a great little book. All three of them are amazing, and I can't wait to collect the ocean one in your library, because this is really good for those who want some extra visual aid for their learning units. Okay, continuing on. The Junior Encyclopedia. I picked this one up. This one's by Miles Kelly. I loved it because it's photographic. It's separated into different categories, and I love that. And it's just simple, and it's more picturesque for your child. And like, here's the dinosaurs, things like that. So like this one, it's got a little bit of everything. It's not like the traditional encyclopedias that we would choose for like adults to look at, or high school students. So this is definitely more of an elementary early learning encyclopedia. And we've used it to look at space, look for weather, all the things. I enjoyed this. This has been a great little purchase, great little flip through, gives them more. Again, kids love reading and resource and pictures, and they're consuming it all. This is also great for toddlers to be able to look through. There's that. And then moving on, we have the habitat and the animals who live in them. This is a cute little resource book that I picked up, and I loved it because of the pictures. It's a little intense with the bugs. So if you don't know me, I am not a bug person, but I'm learning to appreciate them and the reason for why God decided they needed to crawl on this earth or fly. But yes, this book has been great. Zoe actually picked this one out, and I love this as a visual aid also for your toddlers. So those who have, like me, I have a 2-year-old who enjoys and participates in school with us right now, but in a more very laid back way, where it's like, you know, here's the little book. And so what I'll do with her is I'll let this open up, and I'll let her just be able to explore looking at the pictures, and whatever she recognizes, she'll talk about it or say it out loud. And so this is a great little thing that you can have for your toddlers ages 2 to like 4, who are not necessarily entering into grade schools yet. All right, so then the next one, which is a little sneak peek into our curriculum for next year, because we are going to be doing a huge study on the United States. And of all the things, can't wait for y'all to see that video. So it's the National Geographic for kids. I love this. I'm a huge National Geographic fan. I used to collect them when I was little. I had the little book. I had that huge folder. Anybody that's had those, give me a thumbs up or say if you remember those when you were a kid in the comments below. But yeah, National Geographics for kids, United States. I've been looking for something that was going to give me more information, more maps, and was going to break it up into different in the different regions. So you've got like West Coast, Midwest, the South, the East. And so I wanted to get something like that. And so this just it goes from one state, each state, and it'll tell you different facts of how it started, and beautiful pictures and just great information. And so we're going to be using this as a great resource tool for this year. So there's that. And then my last two are like, they're just needed. Like, you just need these if you're deciding to homeschool. Obviously, through what's happening, everyone in the world is homeschooling at this point, and you are looking for these two things. I would just recommend, so I'm going to show them. Stop talking. Okay. First one is the Scholastic Children's Thesaurus. I've been looking for a while. So Zoe didn't have one for her first year of school. She didn't have one. I've been looking for a while because there's so many different kinds. There's so many different, they still, like, if you go to like thrift stores or like thrifted bookstores, you'll find, like dated books, dated thesauruses from when like I was a kid, and like so many words have been added over time. So this is new and updated, and I am excited for this because Zoe's going to be writing more, and I'm going to give you a close-up. So here you've got the words are in red, that you might be looking for, and then there's the definition and then the synonyms, and there's over 2,400 synonyms in this book, or 2,500, and I am super excited about this. This is going to be such a great resource tool for Zoe when it comes to writing and trying to think of other words, using her sight words and understanding what they mean, and then breaking them down to what are the other words that mean the same thing and why. So I'm super excited for this. I think this is a definite must in your library, in your homeschooling room, to have a thesaurus. And of course, we can't have any type of vocabulary definition work without our handy dandy dictionary. So Merriam-Webster's Children's Dictionary, I actually had a couple of older ones, and we were having a little bit of trouble, like I was saying earlier, that there was words that weren't actually in those books. So I went ahead and invested into a new one, and I love this one. There's definitely quite a few options. If you want more pictures and less words, there are those options. I was looking for a little in-between, like bridge, because Zoe has been doing vocabulary words. She did them all through first grade, and now she'll be doing them in second grade. So this one, they have them color-coded on the side. They have little margins on the side that whatever letter you're looking up, if you're in the A's, the B's, the C's, it'll be color-coded, which is great. You can kind of see that on. So I highly recommend that. A dictionary, it's updated, it's got some pictures in there, but it's also just really primarily on the words and finding and locating the words. And so I'm excited for that, to make it a lot easier on Miss Zoe as she's looking up her definitions, and then also taking the time to just wanting to expand her vocabulary, because oftentimes she'll just start reading other words as she's just like, oh, I found this word, and it'll become a whole dialect, and we'll have a discussion over it. Okay, so those are my resources. I hope you are encouraged by them. Let me know what are some of the key resources that you guys are going to be using in your school year this year, and what have you used in the past that you like. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about some of the materials that I showed today, all the links will be in the description below. Leave those comments. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.